What's up, everybody? Once again, Brandman Sean, Saturday morning. You know we do these videos a little bit different. One thing I don't really do on the Saturday videos is bow, and a lot of y'all always point that out. Now, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, social media ads in general. One thing that I think is very important to point out, because I get a lot of people just talking about they don't work, or they're not good, they're not cool, yada, yada, yada. They work. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it. I'm sure somebody has gotten this before personally, or they've seen it on a video, but I've seen multiple videos for music, lyric videos, not even like super poppin', amazing music videos, just other pieces of content that are art-based. It's harder to do this in art, but that are art-based, where people in the comments say, yo, I found this through the video. I found this through an ad, and this is the best ad I've ever seen. I'm so glad I saw this ad. And I usually don't click on ads, but this is crazy. I'm glad I found this. So y'all got to keep these things in mind, that the lack of performance of your ad isn't always based on the method itself, but a lot of times it's based on the content being shown. Like maybe the content isn't good, and you take that feedback and figure out how to improve with it. Or maybe the content's good, but it's being shown to the wrong audience, or in the wrong way. Whatever it is, figure that out, and don't always just dismiss the fact that something didn't work immediately, or the results aren't going to be worth it. Now, there's another thing when it comes to, let's just say, Facebook ads, right? Because people always talk about Facebook ads. It's still an era where there's a great opportunity. It's underpriced in comparison to other platforms, and like, TV and all that other stuff. Well, even though it's cheaper, that doesn't mean that spending less money will get you a bigger result. Now, what do I mean by that? When I say less money, I don't mean you can't spend less money to get the same result or a bigger result on another platform. What I'm saying is, just because the ads are so cheap and you can get a few results for $20, $30, that doesn't mean that's going to be enough to actually make an effective difference in you using those ads. So with that being said, any of you guys who are just thinking I'm going to do $200 or $100 in Facebook ads and see real results and live off that, that's not really how it works. You still need to have a reasonable amount of money that you're deciding to put towards that. And if you're going to say, let's just say only $200, it definitely still needs to be highly targeted. Not targeted in terms of the type of people, but the type of people and the location. It needs to be targeted to a location. Like if I'm marketing towards my home city, shout out to Art Morera. He asked me to do a video on talking about building a following within your own city. I might do that at some point. But if you're doing Facebook ads to get a real result, especially when we're just talking about music, where it's going to be more so awareness and not converting directly into something, you need to make sure it's targeted. If you're doing a lot, very little money, but overall, you still want to be able to say, what's a good number? I'm sorry, I can't give you guys a good number. That's really subjective. But what I can tell you is a guy I know who's a beast, like beast at the internet marketing, social ads, conversions, and all this kind of stuff. He's not even in the music industry or side of things, nothing like that. But he's a beast, like, trust me. He says that when he tests his ads, he waits till he gets at least 400 clicks. Because if you have 400 clicks, that's a decent sample size. Just getting like 200 views or 400 views, that's not really something that you can move off of, because you don't see the results that people got off of it. Just getting views, you pay for views, right? The system will give you that amount of views, 200 views, 300 views, whatever you pay for, you will get in front of people. But you really can't judge the performance of your ad until you actually base it off of an action, whether that's clicks. Maybe you're trying to do some kind of engagement campaign. All right, well, see, if I do this ad and I do another ad, what's the engagement based on? Like how? So now you say, how many views did it take me to get, I don't know, 50 comments? Like, you have to judge it off of something a little bit more concrete than just these views when we're talking about judging the performance and how well an ad will do. But those are just a few things to keep in mind. Like, this wasn't a real structured video. Obviously, my Saturday videos never are. But when it comes to these ads, do not dismiss the platform just because you aren't willing to learn what it takes to be successful doing ads. I know a lot of people just say, hey, do Facebook ads and do these kind of ads. Yeah, that's great advice because it is cheaper. But at the same time, if you don't know what you're doing, you don't take the time to really go through that development process in the same way you do with your music, just like learning the nuances and why certain things works, blah, 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 you're not really going to get the result out of it like that. Ads do work. Even if we're not talking about Facebook ads, all kind of ads do work. But at the same time, if it's not a good ad or it's being shown to the wrong people, it's not necessarily going to work for you. Who's seen a Super Bowl ad or any kind of TV ad and you're like, man, they paid for that. That commercial was horrible. Maybe there's somebody out there who actually likes that commercial. You were just the wrong audience for them to see, but there's a lot of other people who are watching it, you know? So y'all have a good weekend. That's another Saturday video. Be cool.